Hey, so today we've got a nice unboxing video for you. We're going to have a little look at the Xiaomi Mix 2. But before we have a look at this phone, let's have a quick reminder of its predecessor, the Xiaomi Mi Mix. So, let's have a look in here. So, last year, Xiaomi launched their Mi Mix, which they announced as being the first bezel-less phone, which discounting the Sharp Aqua in 2014 it was. So this bezel-less phone that they launched through was quite large, was really got a lot of notice and a lot of attention, but didn't do as well as they expected it to do in the sales. And part of that was due to the size of it. It's quite a big phone at 6.4 inches. So recently Xiaomi have launched the Mi Mix 2. This one, they hope, will address any of the issues that they had with the Mi Mix, make it a bit more appealing, and hopefully it's going to get itself a much wider gathering in the global market. So let's have a little look inside this box and see what the Mix 2 looks like. Xiaomi have once again partnered with designer Philip Stark, who worked on last year's Mi Mix. This was a phone that kicked off the bezel-less trend. You can see the similarity in design here, and the phone, as you would expect, looks beautiful, much like last year's phone, who have a ceramic back. There's a change to the rear camera here as well. The Mi Mix 2 has the 12 megapixel Sony IMX386 sensor, and this is an upgrade from the OmniVision OV16880 sensor that was on the Mi Mix. This newer Mi Mix 2 is smaller, with a 5.99 inch screen, rather than the bigger 6.4 inch screen of the Mi Mix. As you can see, the corners are also a little rounder as well. The smaller footprint makes this phone much easier to handle. So, removing the sleeve, it comes in, you can see we get a really great looking phone. The bezel is very small and you can see the stunning ceramic back. Of course, this will leave lots of fingerprints, but it doesn't feel as slippery as I thought it would. You'll notice there's a lack of headphone jack once again. But don't worry, it comes with an adapter for that, and also a nice plastic case. Pin for taking the SIM, and have a look on here. We have the Type-C to 3.5mm headphone jack for this. As you will see, they followed the way of Apple and got rid of the headphone jack on here. And we have this little case that it comes with, which is not bad. Little plastic case, protects it and stop your fingerprints from going all over the back. We'll leave that off for the time being. Both these phones run on the Xiaomi custom OS, which is based on Android. The Mi Mix has the Android 6 as standard, with Xiaomi's MIUI 8 or 8.2 front end. The Mi Mix 2 has an Android 7.1 with the MIUI 9 front end. The Mi Mix has a 24:1080p display, which works at about 362 ppi. It also has a 4400 mAh battery, an Android 6 OS, 6GB of RAM. There's also a 4GB RAM version. It comes with a quad-core Snapdragon 821 CPU running at 2.35 GHz. The Mi Mix 2 has a 2160 by 1080 display, which is about 400 ppi. It has an octa-core Snapdragon 835 CPU running at 2.45 GHz. An Android 7.1 OS. This version has 6GB of RAM, although there will be an 8GB version released later. This one has a 64GB memory, which shows as about 53GB left. There's also a 128GB version and a 256GB version as well. designs of the phones are very similar. Both have that nice bright screen and tiny bezels that go almost unnoticed. The Mi Mix had a really fast fingerprint scanner, but using it with one hand was kind of hard work, and even with the quick ball shortcuts, operating the phone was troublesome at best. The Mi Mix 2 manages to have an even faster, almost instantaneous fingerprint scanner. It's insanely fast. Even without the quick ball, the Mi Mix 2 is much easier to use and hold in one hand. The size is also much more comfortable and it will easily fit in your pocket, something the Mi Mix lacked. An 18:9 aspect ratio, you'll get little borders to each side when watching films, but that's not such a big deal. You'll notice that the Mi Mix 2 has a smaller bottom border as well. The other main benefit of the Mi Mix 2 is it supports a huge number of frequencies. The first Mi Mix was lacking good support in some regions, but the Mi Mix 2 really addresses that issue, especially with regard to the US. This one has something daft like 40 different frequencies or so. It has 19 4G frequencies, so you can pretty much use 4G anywhere you go. And with having the dual SIM card slots on it, then you can put in cards from 2 different service providers, and you shouldn't need to keep opening this up and swapping around. You can pretty much roam anywhere you want, avoid roaming charges, and have good connectivity all around on them. So there you have it. We have Mi Mix and the Mi Mix 2. The Mi Mix incidentally is on sale in our store at the moment. This phone is available from $469.99. That's for the 128 gigabit 6 gigabyte RAM version, and we now have the Mi Mix 2 in stock. This is available, the 64 gigabit version I have in my hand here is available for $638.68, I believe. So check out our store if you want to have a look at buying one of these. We can get them sent out to you by the end of the week. If you like this video and you want to see more, then hit subscribe at the bottom of the video, and if you hit the little notifications icon, you'll be notified when we have our next videos uploaded.